So this week, we are going to be talking about how to get a flatter tummy and what you need to do to start doing that, right? So there are a few reasons why you may have been struggling lately, or just, for some people, especially after having a baby, if you've done a C-section before, you may believe that it's hard for you to get a flatter tummy, or that it's that it's almost impossible for you to have like a flatter tummy, or for some of you who have battled weight over the years, you may also think that, oh, I'll never have that flat stomach again, or I'll never get down to my pre-baby weight size, right, with my waist. And I just want to tell you that, where there is a will, there is a way. And even if you've had a C-section before, even if you've had battles with your weight, or especially when you do put on weight, it just goes straight to your stomach. I want you to know that, still being able to lose weight, tone, get that flatter tummy that you've always wanted, or that that you can get, it is possible for you. And that's what I'm going to be sharing in this video. And I'm just going to check back to make sure. How did I do this again? Give me one moment. How did I do that? Okay, I don't remember how. Okay. Shoot. I'm just trying to figure this out here. How do I press? If I press ask, is this gonna, did it ask me out? Okay, perfect. Now I'm not in full screen. Good, I can see who's on with me. Okay, so as you're hopping on, go ahead and let us know down below if you're hopping on. And, if trying to get a flatter tummy is something that you've struggled with for years, let us know in the comments below. Let us know that you're here, or even if you're catching the replay as well, because that's cool too. I always check these after to see who checked the replay. Okay, so we're going to be talking about how you can get a flatter tummy and what you need to have in place to do that. So before we dive into the how you can have a flatter tummy, we need to know why, why we end up carrying extra weight on our tummy, right? And for some of you, it may just be something as simple as you need to just strengthen your core, right? And depending on what kind of core exercises you do during the week, for some of you, you may not be doing any core exercises, or you may think that you're doing core exercises, but you're not actually activating your core muscles. And that is very important when you're doing any exercise, is to still activate your core by tucking the belly button into the spine. So that's going to be one of our warm-ups today. And one of the reasons why we do put on weight in our midsection or our tummy area, and why it can be harder to lose, is because of the stress hormone cortisol. So when that's in excess, you can bet that any excess weight that you put on, or, oh, hello, Janice. Awesome. Glad to have you here. So yeah, any excess weight that you do put on, or especially if you're doing something like eating out of stress, that can definitely cause the weight to gain in certain areas. Obviously, hormonal imbalance can cause weight to appear in certain areas. Now, when it comes to our tummy and our midsection, the main one is excess cortisol. There's other ones too. There is a supplement that helps with excess cortisol. It's called Relora, and that can definitely help. Also reducing stress, obviously. Stress is not a bad thing, it's neutral, but when we have too much of it, it can affect our health, it can affect our hormones, it can even cause our energy to go low, it can make us feel drained, it can also cause us to put on weight as well, right? So these are something to be mindful of. And with the excess cortisol, if it's something that you suspect you have, or even if you're when you eat, that's where, you know, we all have spots on our body where, you know, if we eat too much, the weight just goes there. For me, it's definitely my hips. For others, it may be different areas, right? Now for our stomach, you know, if this is the case, chances are that maybe cortisol is a little high and you do want to do things to reduce it. And some of the things that you can do to reduce it are, of course, you know, doing yoga, maybe doing some breath work, right? So doing some deep belly breathing so that you can relax and calm your nervous system, calm your body, and start to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is, you know, relaxes us, calms us. And that's definitely something that you can also do. Movement is also a good stress release as well. All right, so I'm just going to take a quick check into the comments. So hello, Janice. Janice is saying hi. I do planks. That's awesome. Planks are amazing. It's a great way to strengthen your core. It's one of our movements for today. And oops, what else did she say? She said okay, so yeah, she was saying her belly is one of those areas that, you know, weight goes to. Yeah, you know, we all have those areas, exactly. And so there's going to be 3 things that I'm going to mention today. And there's also going to be 3 movements that I'm going to focus on that are actually really good for, you know, just tightening and toning your tummy area, flattening your tummy area. And one more thing before we dive into that is there is one other cause of, you know, having, you know, excess weight in our tummy section. Why it can be harder to lose is sometimes when we put on weight for a while, sometimes we can have visceral fat, and that's fat around our organs. So when this happens, that can make it even harder to lose. So I am going to give you some exercises that you can use for our workout today. And main thing is, though, I really want you to just really focus on tightening that tummy, right? Like tucking that belly button into the spine, really activating the core. And we're going to go through some of our exercises today. And when we're ready, sorry, there we go. Okay, so when you're ready, go ahead and grab yourself a mat. We'll go through some warm-up exercises first. Okay, so grabbing that. And, all right, so go ahead and grab yourself a mat. We're going to come down and let's have our feet just be bent. And then from here, you can have your hands down by your sides. Everybody can see me. Awesome. And with your hands down by your sides, you're going to tuck your belly button into your spine. And you're going to squeeze your tummy muscles. So really try to squeeze them for 10 seconds, okay? And as you squeeze them, you should just tilt your pelvis a little bit upward, okay? So squeezing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Breathing out. Inhaling. And then squeezing. So we're squeezing our lower tummy muscles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing out. Excellent job. Inhaling again. And then exhaling, squeezing. And let go. Okay, 2 more times, okay? So we're going to breathe in again. And then we're going to exhale and squeeze. Squeezing, squeezing, and stop. Okay, last round for these. And this is just to warm us up, especially with our lower core muscles. We'll take a nice deep breath in. And then we're going to exhale out and squeeze. Keep squeezing.
and then continue exhale. Okay, excellent job with those. So that is a great way of warming up your tummy area and gets you to activate your lower ab muscles, which is needed when you want to start reducing your belly, but also start to strengthen and tone your tummy. So another movement that we're going to go into today, and this one is basically a basis that you can use for each one of your tummy workouts. And it's a good one to start with. It's called boat pose. And what we're actually going to get into is the V shape. And the V shape is actually really essential for getting into those deeper core muscles and strengthening the entire core. So we're going to start with modified boat. And this is something that I do show my clients, both of those exercises, something that I start clients out with. And because as much as they think that they're activating their core, or, that they're able to do other stuff, when I get them to do these two things, they actually realize, okay, maybe I'm not actually activating my core as much as I think I am. So we're going to start with feet pointed up towards the ceiling. We're going to lean back, belly button tucked in. And you can leave your hands here, or you can just kind of let them hover. And you're just going to hold. We're going to hold for about 15 seconds, okay? So when you're ready, go ahead and get your toes pointed up, knees together. You can have your hands on your knees, and then from here, breathing in, lift the chest, and then just lean back. Belly button tucked into the spine. If you feel any cramping back here, just move up a little bit, okay? But try to go to where you can, where you feel that activation of your lower tummy muscles. And then just continue to hold. So we're holding for about 15 seconds here. Good, and coming back up. Okay, excellent. So that's your boat pose. And there's so many exercises from a boat pose situation. Or position, basically. So when you're in your boat pose, there's so many movements that you can do. So if you want, you can try the next level up, or if you found that was intense enough for you, you can totally stay there. So stay there. And then if you want to stay with the modified like this, you can on the next round, or you can bring your feet up if you want more sensation, okay? So on the count of 3, ready? 1, 2, 3, and lifting up. And as we're lifting up, we're breathing. We're holding for about 15 seconds here. Keep breathing. Okay, excellent job. Okay, we're going to do boat pose 3 times. I'm just going to shut this door here. Okay, so one more time. All right, so belly button tucked in. And this time, we'll bring the legs up. Let's take our hands together, and we're going to go into a little Russian twist here. So keep the legs together. If you want, you can switch which one's on top, breathing in, and then exhaling. 1, 2. Okay, and we'll just go side to side. Okay, this is our Russian twist. You can also do this from modified. If you need to, you can do it modified. Okay, we're going to aim for 20. Good. 8, 9, 10, 11. Breathing out 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, excellent job with these. All right, from here, we're going to go into, let's go into a plank, and then I have one more movement for you. Okay, so plank. Let's have our elbows directly underneath our shoulders. Have your feet flat for now. Choose which plank you're going to go into. If you do modified, it's from the knee. Try not to let your hips sink. You want to lift your core, belly button tucked in, and use your core here. If you're going to do modified, if you're going to do full, you'll come into your full plank. Okay? All right. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Belly button tucked in, elbows underneath shoulders, and go into your plank. Excellent job. Okay, let's say some I am affirmations here. I am strong. I'm working on my dream body. I am flattening my tummy. I am healthy. I am well. Okay, we're almost at 30 seconds. Awesome job. Keep going, keep going. Make sure your hips aren't going up. And when you're ready, come on back down. If you want, you can come into a child's pose. Okay, and one more movement that's really good for getting a flat tummy, especially in no time, is it's called bicycle. A lot of people are like, you know, I feel like a lot of people don't know how to actually do this exercise properly, because a lot of the time I hear, you know, from people who are not necessarily working with me, that when you go online, and especially, or even older people, oh, can't do that. Anyways, I'm going to show you how to do bicycles safely today, right? So that you don't end up feeling a cramp in your neck or feeling like you're not doing anything, okay? So I'm going to walk you through how to do this proper so that you can actually get the benefits of a flatter tummy, but also strengthening your core and especially your obliques, okay? So from here, lying down, I'll show modified first, and then also show the full version. Okay, so hands can be on either side. And when you place your hands, just have the tips of your fingers on either side of your head so they can support your head. And if you're doing modified, it's going to be opposite knee to opposite elbow. You're going to feel a squeeze, 1, 2, and then come back. Now, before we even do any movement, what do we want to do? Tuck our belly button into the spine. So we'll take a nice deep breath in, and then we're going to exhale out. 1, 2, and of course, we're going to alternate, right? So that would be the modified version. Okay, the full version is knees are stacked over hips. And then from here, breathing in, once again, opposite side knee, opposite side elbow, right? And then the leg goes long, okay? So we're gonna aim for about, let's aim for 20. If you've never done these before, if you wanna do more, you absolutely can. On the count of 3, pick which one you're gonna do. Belly button tucked in, squeeze your tummy muscles here, breathing in, and then 1, 2. 2, 2, good, you got this. Squeezing, you should feel a nice squeeze as you're coming up. Good, you got this. And yeah, you can place your head back down after each one. Good, you're almost there. 14, 15. And the slower you do it, the more you're going to feel it. 16, 17. Okay, 3 more. 18, 19. Last one. 20. Okay, good job. Go ahead and give yourself a little hug here. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome work. All right, we'll give a little stretch, but that is pretty much 3 movements that you can do. And of course, with the boat pose or that V shape, there are so many exercises that you can do. Okay, let's take our right foot forward, keep our hips even, and then as we're shifting forward, we're going to squeeze that left glute. Should feel a nice stretch on your hip flexor here. So yeah, that V shape, you can do so many exercises from it. It's really good for, you know, just tightening and strengthening the core, but especially for reducing tummy
tummy fat or the visceral fat. It's excellent for reducing that as well. Okay, switching sides. Okay, hands on top of the left knee. Place that left knee forward. Try to, as you shift forward, make sure that knee over ankle alignment is happening. And of course, squeeze that right glute as you shift forward. So this is our hip flexor stretch. Ab day, you definitely want to stretch your hip flexors. Good. And then coming back, stand up. We'll take a nice wide stance, coming down. Good, and then we're going to lift up, interlace the fingers. Let's stretch our tummy. Nice deep breath in, and then exhaling, coming to the side. Good. Inhaling, coming up, and then exhaling. Good. All right. Excellent job. I'm just going to see who is still with me. Oh, thanks. Love the exercise class. Ah, thank you, Janice. Glad that you were able to join us today. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. And yes, I would love to know and hear from you how these exercises went for you today. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Anyways, hope you're having an amazing day, and we will see you again tomorrow and next week for sure. Okay, bye for now.